close to popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets. You can do it. Ain't built for the weekend.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brings up second and 4 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Mike's 59.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is to get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Round 80. 57. Half 10. Check. Crunch. 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 What's that?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. And Freeman lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run with Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Allen's pass intended for Darius Slayton Incomplete.
4th down, so Pat Shurmur trots out the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yards to go.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run, Devontae Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll set up to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They're going to look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ertz over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Set. 60 or.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now it's Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Rams' 35-yard line.
Ringo. 57.
From the 35 on second down, Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that with a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop down.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. On first down, Benjamin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and 11. Flush to his right. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Game situation. Let's go.
Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 5 wide.
Bravo.
59.
Now on second and 13. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers to get.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. Lorenzo Carter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That's complete to Slayton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready, 8, read. 57.
2nd and 1. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, L.A. Zach Ertz. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost it.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Mike Brown, 80.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Bang, bang. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, Barkley. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You see me? 18 Gator.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime, obviously